Well, good morning everybody. It's just gone 6 AM. Just out doing a wee tester run today, preparing myself for the North Island 1600. The plan today is to head to Bluff, then Queenstown and then home. It's just over 1100 Ks. So I plan to do that and then be home hopefully 8 or 9 at night tonight. So I'm trying out some new mods as well today. I've got a new phone holder here. This is the Ultimate Add-ons phone holder. I'm still unsure whether I like that or not. The reason I went for Ultimate Add-ons was because the phone is encased in this hard plastic shell here, which is filled up with this sort of rubber in there. So I thought that would help with the vibrations, because that was one thing I was worried about. So I'm going to try that out. I have got navigation on there, but whether I use it or not, we'll see. This is my first time using my navigation up here. So far it is a bit rattly, you can see that there. So I don't know, I need to attach that to the screen somehow. I don't really want to drill into the screen. I might just do a dodgy and put some black tape on that. I've also fitted a wee voltmeter into that spare wire I had left off when I wired up the rest of my accessories, so I can see what my charging rate was. The reason I fitted that is I've got my heated jacket on at the moment, so I want to just try that out, make sure that works okay, make sure the bike's got enough juice to do that. It's looking pretty good so far, 14.2 volts. And I've also just fitted the 16 tooth front sprocket, so this is a good test for it. It seems okay around about town so far. Certainly first and second's quite a bit taller. I've just gone straight from the 14 tooth, so it is 2 teeth higher. So I mean that is a big old jump up there. But yeah, there's me sitting at 100k. I obviously don't know what I'm revving at, but I tell you, it doesn't seem too bad. So anyway, I'll just chap on. Got a lot of miles to cover today, or a lot of Ks, however you want to say it, and we'll just keep going. Hopefully the weather holds out. Bluff's looking a bit iffy as usual, but yeah, hopefully it'll be alright.
Test. Give me your worst and you'll get my best. Cause I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. Careful, I'm a lion, don't test my pride. Standing like a mountain, looking the devil right in his eyes.
Well, I made it to Bluff. Been riding now for 6 hours, 505 Ks since I left home. I had to take the mic out of the GoPro because it's been pissing the rain, and I've had to put my bloody waterproofs on. But oh well. The sun's out in Bluff. Next stop, Queenstown. That wind is absolutely brutal today. But anyway, I'll jump back on the bike and we'll get going.
I got no fears. Only got my blood, my sweat, and my tears. Know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know
Well folks, that's me just leaving Queenstown at the moment. I went into Ferg Bakery and got myself a couple of pies. I got the classic Ferg pie and a chili beef pie. I think this is one of the best bakeries possibly in New Zealand. I also picked up a couple of cream cakes for later at home. I was going to get a burger as well from Ferg Burger next door, which is honestly one of the best burgers around, but I think the pies are better in my opinion, so I went with 2 pies. This is the quietest I've ever seen Queenstown. I didn't have to queue for the pies. There was no queue for the burgers, although there was a lot of people waiting outside for them. But yeah, even queuing up to get into the actual town itself, there was, like, this is hardly any traffic. It's normally nose to tail here, so that's well, it's good for me. So anyway, we're 8.5 hours in to our trip. I'm going alright so far. Not got a sore arse yet, which is quite surprising. We've got another just over 4 hours to go. So that's not terrible. I'm just going to go and fuel up. The bike. When it was pissing the rain earlier and I had the mic off, the bike went into reserve at 380 k's. Now normally I can get another 100 k's on top of that before I hit reserve on this bike. And when I checked the sat nav, I was 35 k's in either direction from the nearest fuel station. So I managed to limp her there, and she took 26 litres of fuel. Bearing in mind this is a 25 litre tank, so I don't know how much I would have had left in there. Bugger all, really. So that was really lucky. But yeah, I'm wondering why I'm using so much fuel. I'm thinking it could just be because of the wind. The wind was unreal earlier, and it's still actually kind of bad. But yeah, earlier on it was unbearable, the wind. Coming into Dunedin, I was sitting at wide open throttle just to keep 90 k's going up the hills. Like, it was crazy windy. So I'm thinking that could do it, but I mean, that's not, you surely wouldn't lose 100 k's there. I have increased my sort of driving speed up to about 115, whereas usually I sit at 100. But I have gone up 2 sizes in the front sprocket, so that should account for that, and shouldn't really affect that, to be honest. And the only other thing I've done is remove the snorkel and put the shim the needle raise the needle 1 shim. So possibly that could be it. It'd be interesting to see how many k's I get out of this next tank. Because if I do it again, then I'm going to be fitting that snorkel back and trying that. Because losing 100 k's out of tank it's a serious drop in MPG. I'm hoping it's just the wind. So I've been watching Fort9 did a video recently on long distance riding and tips for that. So I watched that a couple of times, getting some tips. So I've been listening to music. He said that was a good thing to do to keep you alert, keep you awake. And I bought the earplugs that he suggested, the Pinlock earplugs, and I've been riding them, first time trying them out today, but they seem really good. I've just previously been using, I always ride with earplugs, and previously I'd just been using the foamy ones you buy from Mitre 10, like a pack of 100 for 20 bucks. So when you compare it to that, the Pinlock ones, I was about $40 for a pair. They come in 2 different sizes though, but $40 for 1 set, which is pretty expensive, but they block out more noise than the foamy ones, Plus they've got a wee filter in them so you can hear like people speaking more easily, and they're actually a lot more comfy. Normally I get sore ears with those foamy ones, but I've had them in for, let's say, 8.5 hours now and no issues. So they were a worthwhile investment. And I need to get this fixed because this is slapping around a bit, but apart from that, everything's going all good. So I'll go and grab some fuel here and then we'll chap on up the road. 4.5 hours to go.
Since the day I was born a fighter, I rise up like smoke from a gun, like a brand new sun. Since the day I was born a fighter, I rise up like smoke from a gun, like a brand new sun. Since the day I was born a fighter, I rise up, I rise up, I rise up.
That's we just hit 1,000 Ks. Been riding for 12 hours today. An hour and 20 minutes to go and 120 Ks. Getting cold now, but I'm not going to put my heated jacket on because I think I'd fall asleep if I put that on. I'm tired, but I'm not, I wouldn't say I was overly tired. I'm okay. It is bloody cold though. Anyway, not long left. Let's chap on.
Since the day I was born a fighter, I am a fighter. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. I am a fighter.
Right guys, that's, we just pulled back into Ashburton there. That's a total of 1,100 and it's saying 14 now, so say 15 the time I get back to the house. In just bang on 13 hours. That's pretty good going if I do say so myself. So really, if I was doing the TT6 North Island 1600, I'd have another 500 Ks to go. But I'd have 11 hours to do it, so that's pretty good. It's not, the roads up north aren't going to be as easy as the roads down here. I don't think they'll be a lot more twisty. But if I could get it to that sort of range, because like just now I'm pretty tired, so if I was doing 1600 Ks, I would pull over and have a kip for a couple of hours and then carry on, and I would have plenty of time to do that. So it should be okay. The only thing I'm worried about with this rally is it doesn't. I got the itinerary through last week there. It doesn't start until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Whereas I just woke up and left this morning, so I was fresh as a daisy. But at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I would have already been awake for 6 hours. And then to ride 1600 Ks, man, that's not going to be easy going. So I'm possibly thinking about, you get the route the night before, maybe just leave first thing in the morning and just do the route. Say I've done it, I won't get the wee pin bash for actually officially completing it, but I will have done it. In my eyes anyway. That's one option I'm thinking about doing, because it's going to be such a better idea than waiting until bloody 1 o'clock in the afternoon and then trying to ride. That just doesn't make any sense to me. But I'll wait and see when I get up there, but that is certainly an option I'm thinking about. The bloody bike just ran out of fuel again at 390 Ks. I really should be getting another 80 k's anyway before I hit reserve, and I always used to. Only two changes I've made that would affect that is 16 tooth front sprocket and removing my snorkel. Now, I didn't really drive it in between there, so I'm not too sure what is what. I really can't see this bloody 16 tooth front sprocket causing that. I mean, I am cruising at a higher speed, but my RPM will be lower, so that should self-cancel each other out. So I'm thinking possibly removing that snorkels and raising that needles just fucked my fuel economy. So I might have to have a wee look at that and see if I can put that back in there. But now I've obviously got my Eastern Beaver PC8 in that space where the snorkel would be. So I don't know what I'm going to do there, but I need to do something. I can't have that much less fuel range. I'm just basically dumping money. It's not really good. So I need to try and get that fixed. Apart from that, I really like that 16 tooth front sprocket. Like I say, cruising a lot of higher speeds, and it doesn't seem to struggle much, to be honest. It took me a couple, I almost saw it a few times in first gear taking off because it is a lot higher than the 14 tooth I was running, but it's not terrible there. My wee dashboard's going well. Let's say this is the first time I've had the sat nav on it, so I'm going to need to just tape that on there, I think, and it's sort of like a short-term thing. My wee gauge there's going well. The bike has plenty of power to charge everything I need to charge, which is good. I've got my phone here. I didn't actually even bloody use that. I don't know if I will. But I've got it there as like a backup sat nav if needed, I suppose. And it would be handy rather than raking in my pocket for it when I need to take a picture of a checkpoint or anything. Yeah, so that's really about it, folks. So anyway, I will got 2 weeks left until the North Island 1600, so we'll see how we go. I'm pretty much set to go. The bike just needs to get a good service, and I'm going to change my back tyre, which I'm planning to do tomorrow. And then job is a good one. She's all set to go. So anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch us all in the next one. Stay tuned for more progress. See you later.